if I'm not mistaken, I think Bellhop reported this saw. I honestly think he did. I'm not positive, but he may have. The bellhopper may have. And then again, how do I know? But what I do know is that it's filed, but this is the saw of the hour. This is the saw of the hour. I just spent 7 hours of my life. It was 5, and then it was 6, and then it was 7 to get this saw. Friends, do you know how special this little saw is? Bellhopper, I think, made these bars. But look at the factory ones. Look at how beautiful they are. You don't get these very often, friends, on these smaller saws. I don't even know what kind of a saw this is. Maybe a 610? Honestly, I do not know. But it's got a full house chain on it. It's got a Mac bar on it. And we're going to go knock them trees down. So, friends, I have a couple of, just for small little things where I need my tools. This is the Weaver pouch, and I love it, but I don't wear my suspenders when I got 2 or 3 trees to cut down. You know what I mean? It's just a big slab of leather, and for the axe scabbard, right? I've only got a couple trees to cut down in a wedge pouch. Their wedge pouch is very adequate. It is, friends. If you buy their pouch, it's got room for 4 wedges, which is nice. You want 4. I'm in the process right now of probably, I'm gonna design a few of these products. Yeah. Let's see what happens over here.
Morning, everyone. So I'm looking over there. I'm hearing something over there, and it's the neighbor. It's a woman, and she's yarding on this. I don't know what it is. I can't tell what it is, but she's pulling on that thing over there hard, and it's not starting. It looks like a weed eater or a blower or something. And I'm looking over there wondering, and I don't go running in there like on the white horse to try and, hey, you little lady, you need a hand there. Like I wait to see if she can get it, and then you see, I'm looking and listening and hoping she's going to get it fired. So I give her the opportunity, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going over. I mean, they obviously need to get some work done. So I go over, and she's flooded the blower, and I just go over and give her a hand.
You guys want to go? So I saw her struggling over there. I was just going to leave her alone, but I let her. She had a good pull. She did. She really had a good pull. So a couple of these can come straight at us here. Let's see if this will start for starters.
Well, friends, here we go. Okay, and I know this is coming because I fixed the saw. And I know this is coming. And it's a bear. It's a bear to run. Plus, it's got this stock full house, but it's a chain that's been run. And it's one of those safety chains. So you got to crack the rakers down. And I'm going to share a couple tips with you if you get caught without a flat file. I'm going to show you some tips here to get a saw running with just a round file, including the rakers. I've showed it before, and I'm going to show it again. Remember, you are never stuck in life. Defeatist is a choice. You defeat yourself. That's how you get defeated. You defeat yourself. I won't settle. I'm not defeated. I'm never defeated. I think I was born that way. I use the analogy out 4x and up the mountain. If we get stuck and you got 3 guys with you or whatever, and the first guy goes, oh, we're doomed. We're stuck. Oh, no. And the other guy's like, oh, this isn't good. And there's one guy, and that's me, that says, let's get out of here. Grab that rock, move that thing. Let's get us under the tire. Let's get out of here. We got to get going. I'm that guy. I'm that guy, been that guy my whole freaking life. I'll get us out of here. I ain't worried about it at all, actually. I spend no time in the problem. Zero. I go straight to the solution. I believe I was born that way. I honestly do, friends. So, you are a powerful creature. Tap into it. Let's run this saw. Let's work our way through these little opportunities for solutions.
Why does it look like we're struggling? Are we dirty, friends? I do not want... There, that's better, I think. Yeah. So let's just see. This is what we got. We got this. I think I'll take these individually, one at a time. I mean, I could probably bring both of those over at once, but you'd be surprised, friends. So here you look at this, okay? You look at these four. Now, I will guarantee you that has a chance of going backwards if I was just to cut those one at a time. But, hear me out. If I can get a low enough stump and there's enough grafting between these two, this forward lean on that tree will help pull that one in with it. Do you guys get what I'm saying? But if I don't cut them at the same time, I'm freaking, I'm banging or pushing that one over. So I think I'm gonna cut it deep and send it over together. But let me assess this wound here first. You can see what we've got for included bark or whatever. Oh, listen to it. Oh, that's actually, oh, it's cracked. This does not sound very good. That's hollow. They're rotten. But I think I can get, if I go really deep, oh, this doesn't look good. I think I should go one at a time. I don't want to, though. I want to get them both at the same time. This is the first time this saw is cut in 25 years.
So it was oiling like a banshee at the house, and now the oiler won't decompress. Like, see, I'm pushing on, it's not going, and I know if I pour it over. Anyways, it's just, there's no oil getting to the saw right now. I fix it, but I'm not going to bore you with the details.
That's the problem right there. It's not getting oil. And the oil pump has been doing this to me. So, oh, there it goes. I got it.
So friends, you all know why I went conventional here, right? Is it obvious why I've gone conventional here or not? Well, if it's not obvious, I need all the wood I can get. And if I was going to do a Humboldt like I usually do, I would have not gathered all that extra, say 8 or 10 inches of wood that I needed for grafting. So that's why we go conventional here. I do what the tree tells me to do. I don't force my will upon it. It lets me know how it wants to be cut by looking at it and assessing it. So, friends, this saw, it will idle all day. It'll just sit there and idle. But there's still issues, as we can see. And I'm just trying to get a little snot going to it because and I'm going to show you a trick here for the rakers. I was so excited to cut with the thing. I found a full house chain sitting there and I pulled it off another chain or another saw. And I should have looked closer. It's a stock chain, safety chain, and that's not going to pull wood.
So it's cutting terrible, like so terrible, but I nailed my cut, nailed it. Conventional. Does everybody know why I'm going conventional? Look at this, man. Look at this. I actually completely nailed it. Okay? Listen to that saw run. It's got a clutch issue too, you saw that, right? Okay, so that is a horrible chain. And you know what? So you guys saw why I did that, right? You saw why I cut so deep? Because I used the front stem to pull me in. So, does it run? Absolutely it does. But you can see why I don't run these saws for work. But I am going to give it a chance on something. I'm going to show you guys a little. So this is one of those safety chains. They're horrible to cut with, and I'll just say it. They're horrible. But I don't have a flat file with me today because I live right across the street. But listen, you don't need you don't need a flat file to file your rakers with a flat file. Or to file your rakers. Watch what I do here, friends. Okay? I've done this several times, getting caught out in the bush. Just put your thumb over the cutting tooth and just file on a 45 like this. Come back over, put your thumb there or a stick or something, and just like this. All you're doing is taking a little bit off of that. Sometimes a stick is even better. You just drop a stick in front of the cutter tooth, friends, like this, and just go like this. And it'll just give you that little bite you need, just like that, because you don't want to hit the tooth. I'll sometimes slip my index finger so I'm going across my nail. It's not pretty, but it works, friends. It'll just give this saw the little bite it needs. So there we go, friends. I took the rakers down. Like I said, it's one of those safety chains, but hey, she's cutting. She's cutting. Maybe it'll start again. Maybe it won't. See if it'll need a choke. Typical McCulloch. It's probably flatted. I guess we ain't using this saw.
Okay, who noticed that? Who just noticed what just happened there, friends? Okay? If there was, it wasn't flooded, because if it was flooded, it would have went and smoke would have went everywhere. It was not flooded. They're just, this one especially, they're not all like that, friends. This particular model, I've had a couple of these, and I don't know whether, this was early on, friends. These saws are, if I'm not mistaken, this is part of the 310, 410, 510, 610 series because of the decomp on the, as far as I know, I don't even know. It don't feel like no 70cc saw, I'll tell you that right now. So, but did you notice that? I put the decomp on, nothing. Then all of a sudden, flash, and it wasn't flooded. Friends, that teeniest little scrape off the raker, night and day. Frustration to happiness in a millisecond. Back, friends. See? It's actually leaning back. See that? If I was using a proper wedge right now, like a full wedge, see that? You see my bar? I can move my bar in there now. It's a small diameter tree. There's no room for wedges. If I didn't have this custom-made wedge, I'd be on my chain right now. Anytime you walk out in front of an undercut, it's not smart. You don't need to cut the guts out of a tree from the front of it. You can get it from the back. Get smart.
See that? I cut the guts out of it from the back side. There's no sense in going out in front of it when you can cut it from the back side. Cut the guts out from the back side. Stuff together and you're not all freaked out. Look at this lean, friends. Look at it. The thing's leaning back like it is. It's leaning back hard. Well, you can see it. So this is where that little wedge I showed you, friends, it's a big piece of hinge across there. Again, I'll just show you from here. I can't believe that saw's still running. Cut yourself one of these.
she's a little fat, friends, and I've been running it that way on purpose. Hasn't run in 25 years. So I'm just giving her some fuel here. Now I'm going to lean it out a little bit and see if I can lose some of that 4-stroke in the crack. Well, friends, Sunday morning. The sun's trying to sneak out of the clouds here. I'm hoping to get a little sun on me. As you can see, I like my vitamin D. This was quite a little mess of snags. It's right across the street from my house. So I went down there the other day, threw the GoPro on. Let me know if you want to see all that footage. It was fun. It was a good one. Just all GoPro footage of me chattering along and cutting, and it was a good one. Bellhopper saw. I believe we'll check that one out the next video, but it's all going to be contingent upon what happens in this comment section. We've been doing this stuff for years, friends, showing these old power saws and this and that. I know folks have been asking for them again. I don't mind doing it. This was a journey, this one. It was a journey. We got the saw. I was very excited. I almost felt like I owed it to the saw to get it fired up again. And to Neil, who gave me the saw. And there's 850. There's much more coming on that. I love my 850s. 850s was one of the best power saws ever built by Mac, and the 125s in the Super Pro series. And of course, the early Mac 10s, Pro Mac 1010s. Some saws I know a little bit about. Thank you for watching. You're never stuck in life. You're not. You're stuck here. This is what defeats you, not your spirit. It's your brain that defeats you. Knock that stuff off. Just go with the spirit. You'll be fine. The birds are chirping. The sun will come out again. Work hard, be honest, and be kind. This was such a fun little journey on this saw. We'll run bellhoppers next video. Over and out. Love yous. Work hard, be honest, and be kind.